19 rebounds in total as well. Well, Carlos Musso there. Another one hoping to lead his side to a victory at the end of a disappointing few days ultimately, but a good experience no doubt for these players. Grinnell Brown there showed glimpses of real skill over the last couple of days. Just consistency being a bit of a problem for both of these teams. Gigantes certainly had periods in both of their games where they looked as though they might cause a bit of an upset. Ultimately, they failed to close it out. Gigantes started out against the defending champions, Seub. Ended up losing by 22 points. It was a poor third quarter that cost them on that occasion. Should mention that gentleman there as well with the Universidad de Concepcion flags. He's been there throughout the week, supporting his team. Can they deliver a win for him this evening? They started off with a 29-point defeat to Olympico, the hosts, on the opening day, and that was down mainly to a collapse in the second and the third and fourth quarter rather, mainly in the fourth. They lost that 10-minute period by 33 points to 8. They were actually ahead by 3 at the halfway stage, but couldn't see it out, couldn't keep the intensity up. Yesterday they were beaten by Uniseub. 22 points the difference in the end. Rallied towards the end of that game, although Uniseub perhaps had just taken their foot off the pedal a little bit. Gigantes in their second game lost by 24 to the hosts. They lost the last quarter by 10 points, so they were still just about in the contest. The final quarter got started, but again faded towards the end. It was a feature of both of these sides in yesterday's games. It'll be interesting to see how they match up after the disappointment of the last couple of games. And though their tournament is going to be over tonight, regardless of whatever happens, important for both of these sides to go out on a high before we see the top two in this group battle it out for top spot. We are nearly ready to get underway. Hakeem Scott has been the standout player for Universidad de Concepcion. He's full of energy and running. Can he lead his side to a victory here? Blackledge and Feely will contest the tip here. Nearly ready to get underway. Referee just performing the final checks, and away we go. And it's, well, it was won by Universidad de Concepcion, but the first score goes the way of Gigantes inside 3 seconds. What an opening that was. Kieran Sheard off the mark straight away. Not the start that the Chilean side wanted. Lawler now finds Hakeem Scott. He thought about the three. Instead it comes from his teammate Villagran. Off the mark from distance. 3-2 lead for Universidad de Concepcion. That whistling you can hear, by the way, is the gentleman with the flags. We'll do that every time the Gigantes are in possession. The try and put them off. Feely off the mark as well to put the Venezuelans back into the lead. An attempt is missed, and it's Venezuelans who come away with the ball once again. This is Kieran Sheard. Now Cedeno into Feely. Feely assessing his options here, turns and gets the shot away and puts it away nicely. Made it look easy in the end. 6-3 lead for the newcomers to this competition. It'll be their first ever win in the Liga Sudamericana. Here's Hakeem Scott. Draws the foul. 22 points per game so far in this championships. He was struggling a little from the line yesterday. Has struggled a little throughout the tournament, round about the 50% mark. He nails the first and the second to make this a one-point game again. Fairly even start. It's an interesting matchup on paper. Both teams struggling fairly significantly in the opening two games, so hard to tell just how they'll cope with each other. And that shot from Feely missed, and here's Hakeem Scott. Manages to find Blackledge, and this is Harrison. Out to Villagran for three, who misses. Harrison couldn't win the rebound. It was taken by Feely. And this is Kieran Sheard. Sheard goes in and draws the foul. Sheard and Scott, similar kind of players. They both play with a lot of energy to drive into the paint. Both have had opportunities from the free throw line now. Sheard making his first one. Hoping to make it 2 from 2. Not quite as successful points-wise as Hakeem Scott, but he's got himself 4 points so far tonight. Up an average of 6.5 points per game prior to this evening's contest. Hoping to improve that average over the next 40 minutes. Here he is again. Sheard comes inside. Layup which is unsuccessful, and Scott into Blackledge, who finishes. Good fast break. More Chileans cut the gap to one. Here's Feely. Puts it away. So make it a 3-point lead once more. It's good work by Cedeno. Managed to get the pass away just in time. There's a foul on Andrew Feely as well, who will get another opportunity from the line here. Feely makes the free throw. It's a 4-point lead for Gigantes de Guayana. 11-7. 7 points already for Andrew Feely. Blackledge to Scott. And to Harrison. And Harrison able to pick out his teammate there. Quite on the same wavelength. Kieran Sheard. Now Feely. Cedeno. Shot is no good this time from Cobos. to Brown, and he gets his first score of the night. Gigantes puts it away. 37 lead. And it's almost pushed in there by Harrison. Just helped it on its way. Cuts the gap to 4 once again. 39 the lead for Gigantes de Guayana. And again, just make sure that they keep that 6-point advantage. Cobos with his first score of the night. This is Villagran. Blackledge finding Akeem Scott. Akeem Scott will go for the 3. Harrison unable to win the rebound. Away comes Brown. Brown into Sheard, who misses. Brown unable to keep that ball from bouncing out of play. Waller now finding Blackledge. Blackledge, nicely done. 2 more for him. Halfway through this first quarter. Venezuelans have led from the start. Briefly fell 3-2 behind in the opening minute. Since then, they've got themselves in front and they've stayed in front. Here's Blackledge. Kim Scott. Travelling called. Just unable to get the ball away quickly enough there. Sheard finding Cedeno. Now Feely. Kieran Sheard again. Goes for the shot, misses. It's an air ball from Kieran Sheard. This is Scott, and he is quick, and he moves in quickly. Couldn't finish it off, but still a chance, and it's Blackledge who eventually gets it to go. 6 points for him. And the gap is now just 2. Here's Brown for Gigantes. Ran into trouble, managed to offload the pass though. And it's finished easily there by Cobos. 4 points for him. Lawler into the paint, out wide to the wing. Blackledge for 3, it's good. 1 point game here. And a pretty good contest so far between these two. They look well matched at the moment. This is Cedeno. Gets it to Feely. Feely out to Brown. Brown inside for 2. Gets it. Again, just about keeping the Chileans at bay. 3-point lead with a little over 3 minutes left in the first quarter. Here's Villagran. Pass intercepted, the steal and the break from Sheard. Final touch there off Lawler, so it'll be a restart for Gigantes de Guayana. Feely into Cedeno. Ball out to Kieran Sheard, who goes for 3 and just couldn't get it to go. There's Lawler. And towards Harrison, who wins the rebound. Didn't know much about it really. Almost fell into his hands and he was able to react quickly enough, put it away. And we're back to just 1 point in it. 19-18. Feely. Nearly had it taken off him by Scott. I do think it was Feely who got the final touch, but this was Harrison's surprise rebound a moment or two earlier. As I say, I don't think he knew too much about it. Ball just kind of came off the bottom of the backboard and landed in his hands. Here's Harrison. Blackledge. Scott. Harrison again. Turns, shoots, misses. Scott trying to get the rebound. Brown will keep it alive. And Feely missing it for Kieran Sheard. Sheard into Kobos. Kobos gets away from Harrison. Drives in, gets a second attempt, and it drops to take Gigantes into the 20s. 6 points for Kobos so far. Tulio Kobos. Lawler finding Scott. Into the paint. Out to the wing. Three is good from Blackledge. Well, he's had a great start. 12 points. 2 from distance. 3 assists now for Akeem Scott, who's been racking up the points this week. He's turned provider today. Kobos goes in, misses. All level at 21 apiece, and they said at the Concepcion looking to get themselves in front for the first time in a long time. To go right back to the start, really. Less than 30 seconds on the clock when they led by 3 points to 2. They've been behind ever since, up until getting themselves level just a few moments ago, and now they lead. Harrison finally got that in. 6 points for him and a 23-21 lead for the Chilean side. Encouraging first quarter here from both teams. They're both up for this one. Neither wants to go home without a single win. Kieran Sheard for 3, misses. We'll run the clock down here as much as they can. Bit of a differential between the game clock and the shot clock here. So they'll have to get the shot away just before the buzzer. The foul from Cedeno. Pretty clean first quarter so far. Just 2 team fouls apiece as Kim Scott sits out the final few moments of this first quarter. There's Brown. Whistle's gone again. Decision has gone Universidad de Concepcion's way. Foul on Lawler. Lawler, the man who's been penalised. One of those who's just come on here for the final few seconds. Harrison turns, shoots, and scores! Paul Harrison. And that is the end of the first quarter, so an excellent way for it to end for the Chilean side. They were trailing for much of it, but they've got themselves into the lead. This from Harrison just before the buzzer, giving them a 4-point advantage. They lead by 25 points to 21 at the end of the first 10-minute period. Really good competitive game, this one. And all to play for still. Neither side running away with it in the early stages. It's a fascinating matchup. And we look as though we're in for a pretty good contest here this evening. So an entertaining first 10-minute period. The Chilean side lead by 4, having trailed for much of it. Finding their rhythm here in the early part of this game. This is Harrison. Blackledge has been the standout player for them so far with 12 points, but they've lost it, and this is Brown. Now Cazorla. Just slowing things down a little bit here. Kieran Sheard. Gonna have to get this shot away fairly soon. Only 3 left on the clock as Brown goes for it and scores. 7 points for Quinnell Brown. And the lead is cut to 1. Harrison, again with that turn and shoot. Just missing on that occasion. It's Cazorla again. Doesn't quite get it to drop and then can't win the rebound. It bounces out of play from Harold Cazorla. Cobos making way here for Gigantes. This is Silva. Diego Silva in for Akeem Scott, who's just sitting it out at the moment. Now to Silva again. Harrison. Silva. Time almost up. They'll go for the 3. Harrison unable to win that rebound, and the fast break is going to result in an easy 2 for Andrew Feely. And Gigantes are back in front. A good start to this second quarter for them. 5 points unanswered so far. Here's Silva. He's lost it. Cazorla comes away, and the quick break again. Sheared back in to Arias. Villagran with the foul. There are going to be changes again. I expect Akeem Scott will be back on court shortly. The timeout is called, in fact. Good start to the second quarter from Gigantes. They've got themselves in front. Universidad de Concepcion yet to score in this second quarter. So we resume with Arias to throw from the line. But Arias, who's been introduced in this second quarter, he's missed his first attempt. Sistenas is now on as well for Universidad de Concepcion. Averaging just 3 points per game. Arias, a bit part player so far. And he's off the mark for tonight's game. First point for him, 2-point lead for Gigantes. Akeem Scott is back on court as well. This is Harrison, Sistenas. Harrison again, Scott asking for it and finishing well. Movement is so good. He levels things up again at 27 points apiece. Doubles his tally for the night. He's on 4 points now. First two from free throws. And the foul is given. Brown fouled by Sayers. Arias. Again, the whistle is gone. This time the decision, though, going against Cazorla. Offensive foul. Sayers. Now Scott. Harrison. It's the pass inside. Wasn't quite finished by Scott this time. Feely gets it out to Sheard. Sheard going in alone and putting it up and in. A layup from Sheard and the lead for Gigantes. 6 points now for Kieran Sheard. Averaging 6.5 for the tournament before tonight. On course to improve that points per game ratio. Here's Quinnell Brown. It's as though he'd almost lost that, somehow managed to regain control of the ball. This is Kieran Sheard again. And he'll go for three and gets it. He knew that was in straight away. He moves on to 9 points. His best score of the tournament so far. 8 points in game one, 5 points in game two. Dennis now for Universidad de Concepcion. Shot clock is running down. They're going to have to be quick here. Got to get that shot away soon. And they didn't get it away in time. Good defense by the Venezuelans. Gigantes up by 5. Universidad de Concepcion have managed just 2 points so far in this quarter. Nearly at the halfway stage of it. Sheard into Arias. Quinnell Brown. Cedeno. Brown. Cobos. Made it look easy. 2 more points. And it's a 7-point lead now, just starting to ease away from their opponents. Brown finds Harrison. Back to Scott once again. And the fast break is on here. Kieran Sheard gets away from Scott and puts it up and in. Oh, what a good run of scoring from the Venezuelan side. They lead by 9 as the timeout is called. 36 points to 27. It's been an excellent second quarter so far. The fast break here. And lovely skill from Kieran Sheard to get away from Akeem Scott. Solved the dummy and finished the move well. just not going to plan at the moment. Have another look at that attempt from Hakeem Scott, which missed, and then the fast break. Cedeno quickly into Sheard. That is really a very good finish. And we have a 9-point gap between these two sides. Scott tries to find Harrison. Travelling called though, and as you can see on the graphic, 15-2 since the final few seconds of the first quarter. Took a 4-point lead with 3 seconds left in the opening quarter. Sheard. This is his chance to increase the advantage, put it into double figures. Saez now. Harrison. Lawler. Still Lawler. Tries to get the pass away. Whistle's already gone. Arias penalised. So essentially just 2 points in the last 5.5 minutes. For Universidad de Concepcion. Team Scott. This is his chance. He's a real danger. He drives into the paint so well. It's really tough to handle. It's not quite been his night so far. Got a few assists to his name. Not as many points as he would have liked, I'm sure. And they're not winning those rebounds either. This is Cedeno. And he goes for the shot and makes it. No problem at all for Cedeno. That's another 3. His first score of the night. It's a 12-point lead for Gigantes. The second quarter is turning into a bit of a disaster for Concepcion, but Cisternas gets them back on track with a big 3. Well, that will relieve some pressure. And desperately needed that. They need to try and cut this gap once again. Cedeno gets a pass inside to Cobos, who misses, and Harrison with the rebound. Cisternas. Lawler, now Scott. He drives in. Cobos with the foul. Scott is almost impossible to handle when he runs at speed. With so many fouls. He's been a little off with his free throw shooting so far in this tournament, but much better so far today. 3 from 3 from the line. Makes it 4 from 4. It's a 7-point game now. Six points now for Hakeem Scott. We won the foul again by Cobos. Another timeout. Gigantes still in the lead. That lead has been reduced in the last minute or so.
Mano a mano con Keiro. Cuando le decía aquí, Andrew, por fin aquí, Keiro, pica and roll. Tengo el pase aquí, tengo pica and roll, ok. Turno, se mueve ahí, ok. 1-4. Andrew así. Sí, va mano a mano, inmediatamente viene la continua. Ok, vamos.
No doubt that Jose Ramos will be encouraged by his team's performance so far. They still lead by 7. They've got themselves up to 12 points in front. Biggest lead of the night. It's been an excellent second quarter for them so far, but Universidad de Concepcion just coming back into it in the last couple of minutes. They've scored the last 5 points. And that is superbly placed. Excellent shot from Feely. He's having a good night so far. Takes his side into the 40s. As Scott gets the pass and the ball out to Blackledge, who misses. Now it's Quinnell. Feely. Brown for 3. It's good. Well, they're increasing that gap once again. And they have restored their 12-point lead. Joint biggest in the game so far. Lawler trying to cut it once again. Goes into the paint, but misses. And Brown takes the rebound, and the ball moved quickly down the court to Cobos. And collides with Scott. Took a little bit of a battering here. Another fast break. Cobos has a considerable size advantage over Hakeem Scott. Just knocked him over. Thankfully, Hakeem Scott fine to carry on, as though he might have been slightly hurt there for a moment. And here he is now. Scott out wide to Lawler. It's a good pass. The shot misses though. The rebound won confidently. It's Gigantes on the move once more. Kieran Sheard. Pass to Feely. Feely shoots and misses. Sistenas just about winning that rebound. Lawler comes away with it. Lawler goes all the way. Gets the 2 and draws the foul. All his own work here. Just fouled there by Brown. Stuck his arm out. First score of the night for Carlos Lawler. Makes the shot. 3-point play. 9-point lead for Gigantes. 90 seconds of the first half remaining. Sheard. Brown as well to keep that ball in play. Managed to throw it out of play off the legs of Blackledge. Blackledge still leading the way as far as point scoring goes. Cedeno, good hands. Oh, nice finish as well. Super play that from Cedeno. All his own work there. Back into double figures as Harrison tries to put that right. And fails to do so. This is Quinnell Brown. And he goes alone this time and he scores as well. And we have the biggest lead of the night so far. It's a 13-point gap and Brown moves on to 12 points. Here is Lawler. Cisternas. Scott turns and tries to get the shot away. Good defensive work. And the foul is called against the Chilean team. How about this from Cedeno though? Absolutely superb. Shot wasn't bad either. Quinnell Brown able to sail down the court unopposed and finish the move. And 20 seconds left in the first half. The 13-point lead, more than ideal for Gigantes. Kieran Sheard. The whistle goes. Hakeem Scott with another foul. Just 9 seconds left on the clock. Kieran Sheard. Pass inside is a good one, and Arias with a simple finish. And the ball's been stolen by Brown, who goes for three and can't inflict any more damage. But a 15-point lead at the halfway stage for the Venezuelans. Clever pass this from Kieran Sheard into Arias, unopposed, puts it away. And it brings up the 50-point mark as well. Universidad de Concepcion have it all to do in the second half. They were ahead at the end of the first quarter by 4, but they trail at the end of the second by 15. They scored just 10 points in that second quarter. Gigantes de Guayana flying at the moment. They lead 50 points to 35. Welcome back to La Banda, the second half of this first game about to get underway, and it's been a good half so far, or a good game so far for the Venezuelan side, Gigantes de Guayana, up by 15 at the halfway point. Universidad de Concepcion in the bright yellow kit, and they need a bit of a turnaround here to make sure they win this third quarter to at least cut this 15-point gap. They can get to within less than 10 points, I would say, by the end of the third quarter. They'll give themselves a decent opportunity. The 15-point gap is a big one to overcome. There is still time. And two misses there from Cobos. This is Akeem Scott, who's yet to really get going this evening. Here's the three from Villagran. And misses his opportunity. The score has yet to change since this second half got underway. Feeling to Sheard. Easy interception. Taken by Blackledge. Gets the pass out wide. And now into Blackledge again. And he draws the foul and makes the two. 14 points for Blackledge. Managed a total of 7 points over the last two games, so considerably improved his average. So far tonight, 14 points. And a chance to make it 15, which he takes. And we have a 12-point game now. Just the kind of start that Universidad de Concepcion would have wanted. Get the first score, cut this gap. Get the difference to less than 10 as quickly as they can, and then start to believe they can turn this around. The ball was loose there for a moment. Eventually it falls to Villagran. And the ball into Harrison. It's a nice play and a nice finish. And this is encouraging at the start of the second quarter, the second half I should say. It is a 10-point game now. They have reduced the deficit by 5. Good quick passing. Harrison with a simple finish. Never going to miss that one. First timeout called of the second half. It is the Chileans who will be feeling happier about things at the moment. Well, he has been there all week, as I mentioned already. Can his side produce the comeback here in the second half? Should mean they would at least end their participation in this tournament with a victory. A 10-point difference in the scores at the moment. Gigantes have yet to score in this third quarter so far. If Akeem Scott can really get his game going, Universidad de Concepcion will have a chance. So far, Scott has not really lived up to expectations after putting in 2 good performances over the last 2 days. Played a lot of basketball, of course, in the last 2 days, so maybe just feeling it a little bit. And he does play with a lot of energy. So Cobos gets his first score of the second half and moves into double figures. Blackledge, who's been very lively today. Villagran, Lola is up for the rebound. Moving it well here. Easy finish for Cobos, but nice passing there from Gigantes. Here's Villagran. Into Scott. Team Scott turns, shoots and scores. That's more like it. It's a 10-point game again, 8 points for Akeem Scott. Will finish this group, no doubt, as one of the top scorers over the last 3 days. Over 50 points to his name in total. Shot clock running down. They're trying to get the shot away. All fizzled out in the end. Well, not a particularly good start to the second half here from the Venezuelans. Here's Akeem Scott. Villagran. Oh, and he's blocked there by Cobos. Rejected. There, Villagran as he went for it. Cobos in the way. And all of them with the foul on Sheard. Cobos. Pass brilliantly intercepted there by Lawler, gets a bit of revenge. And he goes in alone, gets the pass out. Harrison to Villagran. Villagran into Scott, who puts it in. Now he's getting going into double figures. And it's an 8-point lead now for Gigantes. They are being pegged back slowly but surely. Sheard draws the foul. Harrison penalised. I think he feels hard done by here, but Sheard will get the chance from the line. Just about makes the first one there. Kieran Sheard makes both in the end. 13 points so far tonight. Harrison and Scott both looking on in disbelief there as that foul was awarded, but here is Scott now going all alone. Couldn't make it happen in the end. The ball was loose there for a moment. Gigantes have recovered well. Bit of high court pressing there from Scott. Still with Gigantes though. Restored their 10-point advantage. Feely out to Cobos, who goes for 3. Scott with the rebound. Here's Blackledge. Out to the corner. And it's not good from Villagran. Ball was loose for a while, but here is Cobos racing away into Cazorla. And now it's Quinnell Brown. Nice pass. And the finish from Cazorla. And we have a 12-point advantage again for the Venezuelans. Nicely worked here. Clever pass from Brown. A bounce pass into Cazorla, who finished well. Nice exchange between those two. 3 assists now for Quinnell Brown tonight. Akeem Scott just about got that pass away. Here is Lawler. Out to Harrison. And Scott out to Villagran. Scott underneath it, caught that well. Draws the foul. Good play again from Scott. And he has come to life once more in this third quarter. He's up to 12 points now. And get the chance to increase that tally. He's been good from the line. He's only shooting at about 50% when it came to free throws. But he's yet to miss one tonight. He has missed that one. So he has to settle for just the two. And it is a 10-point lead for Gigantes de Guayana. Here is Feely. Cedeno. Cobos. And the pass inside to Feely, who finishes. And Andrew Feely having a good night as well. 13 points for him. And that 12-point lead is restored. As Universidad de Concepcion try and move the ball quickly. Falls kindly for Villagran and Lola. Lola's got to get a shot away soon. It's going to be a three-point attempt which misses. Off the rim and away comes Cazorla. Quick pass out to Cobos, a little too quick for him in the end. Just bounced off his knee. Nice pass into Feely here, and the hook shot more than good enough. This is Dennis now. The three-point attempt is missed there, and Blackledge unable to add to his tally. This is Cedeno. Brown. Feely to Cazorla. Referee spotting something here. Harrison's been penalised. This is Dennis actually on this occasion. Brown. Feely. And Cazorla drills it from long range. It's a three from Cazorla. And suddenly that 15-point advantage is restored. And the good work done by Universidad de Concepcion early in this quarter appears to be undone. Harrison, though, cutting the gap to 13. Another 2 points for him. 12 points on the night for Paul Harrison. Cedeno. Carlos Cedeno going on and getting the pass away, and it's well finished. Still a 15-point lead. Cobos now onto 12 points. Both sides not really producing much in the way of points from the bench, as Harrison gets another two. Just the 3 points from the bench, in fact, so far for Universidad de Concepcion. And that came from Sistenas, and that was one three-pointer. All the rest have been scored by the starters. Here's Feely. Cazorla. Loose pass straight to Blackledge, who just lifts it up into the path of Lola, who finishes easily. And the deficit is now 11. 2:33 left on the clock in the third quarter, and it's good work from Lola. It will be Universidad de Concepcion to restart here. Lola's pass into Scott. Manages to get it out to Harrison. Harrison goes for it. And he's denied. And the rebound won comfortably there by Andrew Feely. Here's Cedeno. Cedeno goes it alone, gets the pass out to Cazorla. Cazorla drives in now, and he passes it out to Cedeno. Cedeno back to Cazorla. Cazorla for free and misses. Feely to finish. And he draws the foul for the N1. A 13-point lead could become 14 here if Feely makes his shot from the line. Won the rebound comfortably, was fouled by Sistenas. And he's denied. Somehow that failed to drop. Sistenas leaves it for Lawler to bring out here from the back. Universidad de Concepcion just about edging this third quarter. They're still a long way behind as Hakeem Scott draws another foul. A couple of changes here. And Hakeem Scott will get the chance from the line again. Starting to make a bit more of a contribution here. 12 points so far, makes that 13. Four rebounds and 3 assists as well for Hakeem Scott tonight. 14 points. And an 11-point lead for Gigantes de Guyana here with 1 minute 40 to go in the third quarter. Cobos actually got his pass to Cedeno. Now it's Kieran Sheard. Sheard gets the pass in. Cobos and Feely. Nice little reverse layup there from Feely. He's been in good form this evening. 17 points now for Andrew Feely. Having his best night at the tournament so far. Lawler. And Harrison is denied. That does draw the foul. Will go to the line. Cobos penalised. 14 points so far for Harrison. Arias is on. He makes one of the two. It's enough to make it a 12-point difference once again. We've scored 20 points now in this third quarter. 17 scored by Gigantes. Into the final minutes. Andrew Feely, there we go, double-double for him so far. 17 points rather, and 10 rebounds. Cedeno looks to improve on his 5-point tally for the evening, and he does with the first one. 4 or 5 players from the bench that haven't been used yet by Jose Ramos. Luis Almanza's played. He's been in both games before tonight, and he's not been on court so far. It's more good work from Hakeem Scott. Draws so many fouls. Just his pace and his desire to drive into the paint. Kieran Sheard unable to stop him. Kapare is on. First involvement for him. Not had much action so far. Kapare, 1 rebound and 1 steal in total over the last couple of days. No assists, no points, not really, as I say, involved too much. He's going to get a bit of a chance here. Scott goes to the line, misses the first. And this is the shot, I should say, and his free throws have taken a bit of a hit. He's missed 3 now, out of a possible 9. Sistenis goes for 3 himself. 14 points between these two teams. The next 37 seconds are going to be crucial. Psychologically, it might just give Universidad de Concepcion a bit more hope if they've reduced that gap. They were 15 points behind at the halfway stage. They're 14 points behind as things stand. Feely trying to find a way in. Harrison able to win it off him. And now it's Scott. Gets past 1, drives in, gets the pass out wide, and Lawler for 3, it's good! Could be a big score. It means it's an 11-point game. And there is a 2 for Feely, right on the buzzer. The alley-oop will restore the advantage to 13 points. So a slight improvement on the scoreline, but disappointed to concede that. Having reduced the gap to 11 with just 7 seconds left. I'm pretty sure that last one did count. It did. It's a 13-point lead, as you can see, 58-71, right on the buzzer. Feely with another 2. And Universidad de Concepcion do have a lot to do. They're 13 points behind. They're 2 points better off than they were at the halfway stage, but they only have 10 minutes to try and secure their win here in the final group game. They won't be going any further, whatever happens tonight, and neither will Gigantes de Guayana. But it is the Venezuelans who look as though they could be heading for a win here on the final day of group action. The final 10 minutes. And they do still have plenty of work to do here in Universidad de Concepcion. They thought they'd reduced the gap by 4 in that third quarter, but for the late score from Feely to make it a 13-point game. So they are only 2 points better off than they were at the end of the first half as the three drops from range. Blackledge takes his personal tally to 18. He had a quiet third quarter, but he's back amongst it now. And it's a 10-point game now with over 9 minutes to play. Good to get an early score here for the Chileans as Feely goes for it, and he nails it long too. Well, he has been a key man tonight. 21 points for Feely. Double-double for him as well, remember. Andrew Feely with 21 points and 10 rebounds. Make that 11. He's just won another one. And the 12-point gap could be increased here as Kapara goes for three. Arias wins the rebound. Can't keep the ball in play. Here's Hakeem Scott. Another 14 points for his personal tally. Ball into Harrison. Just lost it. The call does go his way though, so they will restart. Lawler. Harrison turns, shoots, misses, and the rebound from Arias. Another jump ball here. Harrison's attempt that missed, and Arias won the rebound, but then smothered by Sistenas. It is actually going to be Gigantes' ball here. A 12-point lead for the Venezuelans. Brown, Feely, Kapare. Now Brown didn't quite make it there, and the ball was loose. It is Gigantes' ball once again. Under 2 minutes played as Feely goes for the three, misses. The rebound's an easy one. No space to get the shot away this time though. Kapare, Cedeno, and Brown into Feely, who recovers. You've got to shoot soon. Ball goes out of bounds. Scott unable to get hold of it. Couldn't quite intercept the pass. Feely managed to get the shot away just in time, but couldn't make it. And he had 1 second left on the shot clock, so they had to act fast. Here's Sistenas. Well, if he'd sunk a couple of those threes that he's attempted early on in this quarter, we could have a very different game on our hands. Brown goes all the way. Draws the foul. For the three-point play, it's a 14-point lead again. More frustration for Carlos Musso and his coaching team. Now Brown, in the meantime, from the line with 14 points, becoming 15, and it is a 15-point lead once again for Gigantes de Guayana, playing in the Liga Sudamericana for the first time. This will be their first ever win in this competition as well, albeit a consolation one against another of the sides already eliminated from the tournament. Here's Lawler. Behind the back pass, and then the three is good. Sayers nails it. It's back to being a 12-point game here with 7 minutes to go still. It's not impossible. They are staying in touch just about. Kieran Sheard, now Cedeno. Try and run the clock down as much as they can in possession as Brown looks for Feely. And Feely loses possession, feels that at the very least that decision should have gone his way somehow. Either the foul or the ball going out of bounds off an opponent, but it's not how the referee saw it. Here's Akeem Scott. Harrison. Lawler. Sayers out wide. It's Villagran now. Sayers goes for three. Misses this time. Sayers is down on the court. A technical foul by Sebastian Sayers, which has not gone down well with the Universidad de Concepcion players. Kieran Sheard has missed the free throw. They do have possession here, Gigantes. They do still, crucially, lead by 12. Sheard again. Up against Scott. Manages to get the pass into Feely, who was unopposed and finished with ease. 23 points for Andrew Feely. His tally just keeps rising. Feely had managed 17 points in total before tonight. He's moved on to 40 in total now as Harrison again cuts the gap to 12. 66-78. 17 points for him this evening. There's been a few players who have put in a personal best for this year's tournament. As Cedeno draws the foul after increasing the lead to 14 again. Universidad de Concepcion are going to need a really good scoring run at some stage in this final quarter. They are running out of time. And they trail by 15 once again. And essentially things haven't improved since the end of the first half now. They've been at times threatening to get back into it as Akeem Scott puts away another superb shot. Well, he's had a good tournament. Stats don't lie. He has been free scoring. 60 points in total, averaging 20 per game. This pass just a little long for Quinnell Brown. Here is Brown again. Kobos for three. Not this time. Sayers wins it. And draws the foul. This is the technical foul by Sayers earlier on. Can't really see from that replay exactly what happened, but there we go. It's a timeout. Things looking pretty good for Gigantes de Guayana. They still have a commanding lead. Universidad de Concepcion are going to have to produce something really special in the little time that remains. Olympico will be in action next, the home team. They are the hosts for Group D. All the matches have been played here in La Banda, Argentina, at the Estadio Vicente Rosales. And it will be a match between the top two next on this court to determine who qualifies as group winners. They will both go through, of course, to the next phase. We are into the final 5 minutes here, as Universidad de Concepcion failed to cut the gap, and it could be opened up to 15 again. It's stolen, though, by the Chilean side, and here is Blackledge, and the three is no good. Nearly fell. It's going to be missed by Harrison. And they've stolen it back again. Blackledge into Scott. He should score from here. He does, and draws the foul. He's so good at that. 18 points on the night for him. Started slowly, but he's grown into the game. Can he increase his personal tally? Well, he does. It's a 10-point game now. There is still interest here. There's still a possibility of a turnaround, albeit it would be a big one at this stage. But now Brown opting against the shot in the end. Made a mess of it. (71-81), 4 minutes 6 seconds remaining. Blackledge now for Universidad de Concepcion. This is Saez. Out to Akeem Scott. Thought about the three, opted against it. Looks to pass inside to Harrison, who's lost it. And Brown will find Cobos, and Cobos should finish. He does. Draws the foul from Saez. And they just can't cut this lead. Get to within 10, and they look to be in with a half a chance at least, and then things just don't quite go to plan. Passed up an opportunity to get themselves even closer there, and just seconds later Cobos was adding another 2 points. He has missed the free throw, so it is still a 12-point lead. And that could be increased here. Again, using the time as the three-pointer was some way off, and eventually the buzzer goes. The shot clock having run down. Shot from over on that far side from Cazorla didn't touch the rim. Which is why the clock shot didn't reset, of course. 3:28 to play. Surely too far away from their opponents here in Universidad de Concepcion. Scott does well to keep that in play. A wall of Gigantes players in front of him, and wasn't able to do anything with it in the end as Brown goes for the shot, misses. Cobos. Again, the whistle goes, the foul is drawn. (14 points tonight for Cobos. Nails the second free throw. A 13-point lead again. Just 3 minutes left. This first game of the night. Final group game coming up straight after this. It'll be getting started in around about 40 minutes time. Feely. Cedeno. On the behind the back pass, what a play! Kobos finds Feely, who reaches 25 points, and the 15-point lead is restored again. One of the moments of the game, that absolutely tremendous pass as Universidad de Concepcion called the timeout. But let's have a look at this again. Feely out to Cazorla, into Cedeno. His shot missed, it fell kindly for Kobos, and how about that for the pass? Magnificent. Quick reactions from Kobos. Completely deceived the Universidad de Concepcion players. Superb. Feely showing his appreciation. That was a brilliant bit of skill from Tulio Kobos. His third assist of the night. Gigantes have re-established that 15-point lead, and it looks as though victory will be theirs. Their first ever victory in this competition. Ultimately, this week is going to end in disappointment, having missed out on qualification to the next phase. But equally, they will take this win as a major positive. Scott nearly lost it there, but he gets it out to Lawler, who misses the three. Feely with yet another rebound. Andre Feely. We've got 14 now in total to add to his 25 points. What a night he's having. Definitely man of the match so far. He's going to go for three here, and he nails that as well. It just keeps getting better for him. 28 points, I should say. It's an 18-point lead. Now for Gigantes, this their biggest lead of the game. And there are only 100 seconds left to play as Villagran goes for three and he misses as well. Going each other's way a little bit there, the Gigantes players, who now know they just need to see this out. And Universidad de Concepcion know it's going to be 3 defeats out of 3 again, just as it was 3 years ago. And the last time they played in this tournament. It's going to be an easy 2 here, surely, for Villagran. Just about got there ahead of Brown to put it away. And it is still a 16-point lead for the Venezuelans. Villagran with 5 points in total. Lakeem Scott is impressed again with 19 points. It's the 3rd foul from Scott. It's going to be another trip to the line here. We are into the final minute. No doubt who the man of the moment is. Andrew Feely, without question, standout player. 28 points, 14 rebounds, 3 assists. Averaging 9 rebounds, 8.5, 1.5 assists before tonight's game. Brown has extended the lead once again to 18 points, 91-73. We are into the final minute now. And the ball is lost and the break is on. Brown, Cazorla, out wide, too far out wide, beyond Cedeno. Threw it to his teammates on the bench. He's able to see the funny side of it at this stage with 46.2 seconds remaining. Villagran, Silva. No real urgency about Universidad de Concepcion now. They know the game is up. And it comes to Silva, who goes for three. Off the mark, and there's another rebound for Feely. Now just going to run the clock down. They're shaking hands. It is the end of the night and the end of the tournament for these two teams. Gigantes de Guayana secure their first ever win in the Liga Sudamericana. It wasn't enough to get through the group, but it was enough tonight to get the better of Universidad de Concepcion, who once again leave having lost all three of their group games. It's a disappointment ultimately for the Chilean side. The Venezuelans can take heart from tonight's performance. Andrew Feely in particular absolutely flying with 15 rebounds and 28 points. A tremendous performance from him. A disappointing night for Akeem Scott and the Universidad de Concepcion players. They've been beaten here in La Banda by quite a big total in the end. 18 points the difference, 73 to 91. As the man who's followed them for the last 3 days, he's been here for all of their matches. Disappointing end to the contest, into the competition for Universidad de Concepcion. Beaten 91 to 73. Gigantes de Guayana will secure third place in Group D. Universidad de Concepcion finishing bottom of their group again, just as they did 3 years ago. And next up we will have the match between the top two, who are both qualified for the next phase. But the winner will secure top spot. Uniseub, the champions, the defending champions of the Liga Sudamericana, will take on Olympico, who are the hosts of the matches in Group D this week. The crowd will increase and the action will get underway in around about 30 minutes time.